Ramchal in Derech Hashem says what I consider an earth-shattering chiddush in understanding Tefillah, what it's supposed to be doing, and understanding our daily Hishtadlus and what that's supposed to be doing. Let's begin with the Hishtadlus. And then he talks about Mesillas Yesharim already, and in the beginning of Derech Hashem. And he says, quite frankly, all the situations we face in life were created for one thing. You see, since the goal in life is Kirvas Elokim, the goal in life, which is ultimately Olam Haba, to be closer to Hashem, and the way you get there is by being Shalom, by perfecting yourself. All the situations in life, big and small, every person you ever encounter, every interaction, every decision you have to make is simply another opportunity for you to grow, make the right decision, choose right, earn Olam Haba, and get close to Hashem. Which means that really all of our life situations in Olam Hazeh are a setup. They're a setup. They're there for the sake of giving us the opportunity to choose. You make the right choice, you get closer to Hashem. You make the not so right choice, it works in the other direction. That's what all of life is. We think we're taking care of our parnasa, we're taking care of our health, we're taking care of our ruchnias. You know what we're really doing? In all situations, whether it's gashmias or ruchnias, we are choosing to be closer to Hashem or chalila the opposite. Ramchal says this is in everything we do. We're choosing one way or the other, which means all of life really puts us in something of a binary system where we're choosing Kirvas Elokim or Chalila the opposite. He says so straight out in the beginning of Mesillas Yesharim. And he says the goal in life is to get through all of these situations, and as he puts it, to break all of the mechitzas, to break all of the walls that separate between us and Hashem. And they are our instincts that really get in the way. By making the right choices, by following our intellect, our intuition, our sense of right and wrong, that which we understand to be the Ratzon Hashem, versus following our instinct, we get closer and closer to Hashem. This is true of every situation. How you earn a living, every decision when you're earning a living, how you take care of yourself, how you deal with other people. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Which means your real source to support, sustenance, where is that really? Not in your Hishtadlus at all. What's the purpose of your Hishtadlus? For Olam Haba! For Olam Haba! It's all for Kirvas Elokim. Okay, that's clear. That's straightforward. That's Mesillas Yesharim across the board. It's Mesillas Yesharim across the board. Every situation you're thrown is another opportunity or test, call it what you want. It's all about Olam Haba. It's all about Kirvas Elokim. It's all about making the right choices. That you think that sustenance comes from your Hishtadlus, it's a charade. It's a charade. The test is dressed up in that. It's really choosing Kirvas Elokim or otherwise. Says Ramchal, and this he says a lot later. He says, Hishtadlus, we already discussed that. What's with Tefillah? Says Ramchal, and listen to this. Ramchal says that Hashem made the human being responsible for taking care of himself. Why? Because he's big. This is Hashem. Once the Rebbeinu Shem gave us intelligence, he shows respect for whom we are by giving us responsibility for ourselves. And by the way, I know this is not what our discussion is now, but the best way to build your kids, the best way to make your kids feel confident, the best way you can show a vote of confidence in your kids is to give them responsibility. If you do everything for them, you're pretty much communicating that you don't trust them. What the Rebbeinu Shem did is, after he created this human being, the human being who is Olam Elokim, our free will, our intelligence, our intuition, the Rebbeinu Shem trusted us. He entrusts us with responsibility for ourselves, and he's talking about Gashmias. Says Ramchal. But had he just left it up to us to take care of our Gashmias by way of Hishtadlus, we would be so involved in Gashmias that we're going to forget what we're here for. So what did the Rebbeinu Shem do instead? The way we actually fulfill our responsibility, attain our sustenance, attain our good health. You know how we do that? Through Tefillah. Tefillah, the daily Tefillah, is Moirid the Shefa. That brings down everything we need. Brings it down from heaven. We do this. Now, listen to what we just said. Hishtadlus is for Olam Haba. Hishtadlus is for Olam Haba. Choosing to be responsible. You gotta be responsible. You choose to be responsible, you're getting closer to Hashem. You're living irresponsibly, you're running away from Hashem. Hishtadlus is where you earn your Olam Haba. Tefillah is where you get your Olam Hazeh. Wild. This is wild. You want Shefa? The way the Rebbeinu Shem gives Shefa in the world, Tefillah is the conduit. Tefillah is the Harada Shefa. Now, this Ramchal, by the way, this is all of the Sifrei Kabbalah are filled with how davening is the Haradas HaShefa, where essentially davening goes up to the highest levels, to the highest oiliness, and then slowly brings things down to our world, the Shefa, which up in the upper oilimus are not Gashmi, and down here it turns into Gashmi. So you got this. You got to make a decision. Be it health, be it mominus, how to spend your money, how to invest your money. You know what's on the line? Your Olam Haba. If you don't go about this responsibly, you're going away from Hashem. You're following your instincts and not your intellect. What's on the line? Your Olam Haba. Now, how do you assure your parnasa? Go daven, because that's what does it. That's Morid the Chef. You got this? All Hishtadlus is a test. All situations that call for us to act, and we've got to. This is all a test. Are you going to make a rational decision? Are you going to make a decision that is based on everything the Torah has taught us? Are you going to make a decision? Really using your brains? You get closer to the Eivish. You get closer to Hashem. You're overcoming your instinct. You're choosing your seichel. That's how you're in your Olam Haba. That's how you get Kirvas Elokim in this world. What really doesn't? What really doesn't? Your Tefillah. Tefillah is already Hashefa. For yourself, for all of mankind. Which means Hishtadlus is heavy. Call yourself a Bal B'tochen and do no Hishtadlus. Well, 1 second. You're completely ignoring what Hashem set up for you as an opportunity to make the right decisions, to earn your Kirvas Elokim. No, you got to take it seriously. Big people with Berkovits Rosh make business decisions. Why? Because they think it's in their hands? No! Are you kidding? Of course it's not in your hands. But that's the way you get Kirvas Elokim, by making the right decision. In fact, you've got to make a decision with so much seriousness. Not because of the Gashmias. Because of the Kirvas Elokim, because of your Olam Haba. Tefillah. Oh. Tefillah being married to Shefa. That's where you really get it. that's where you're really living up to your responsibility. That's what does it. That's not a charade. We are Moirid the Shefa, in honor of whom we are as human beings. The Rabbeinu Shalom is giving us the tools for being Moirid the Shefa for ourselves and for all of humanity. So understand, they're both very serious, but for two totally different reasons. The purpose of Hishtadlus is Kirvas Elokim. The purpose of a good Shemona Esrei is to be Moirid the Shefa. Of course, it's only a good Shemona Esrei if you're really talking and connecting to Hashem. But its tachlis is to be Moirid the Shefa Gashmi. This chiddush of Ramchal is unbelievable. But what do you know? It matches what the Kabbalim tell us all the time. The whole structure of the davening is Haradas HaShefa. That's what it's about. In the Beis HaMikdash, everything, all bracha came from the Kodesh HaKadosh. And then we had the different Klei HaMikdash that were the conduits. The Shulchan, that was the conduit for the Shefa of Parnas. That's the way it came. It came from the Kodesh HaKadoshim to the Shulchan, and from there it came to Klal Yisrael. So of course the Shulchan was all bracha, so the Lechem Aponim remained fresh from week to week. A whole 7 days, and it was like fresh out of the oven. That was the Shefa of Parnas. That's where the bracha came from. Today, the same way that Tefillah stands b'mokum the Karbanis, the Shemona Esrei takes care of what the Shulchan did. The Hoiradas HaShefa from the Kodesh HaKadoshim. It's the Shefa for Parnasa, the Shefa for Bracha, for everything that we need, that our families need, that Klal Yisrael. So take your Gashmi decisions seriously, because your Olam Haba is on the line. Take your Tefillah seriously, because everybody's Olam Hazeh is on the line. New way of looking at things, huh? It's quite old.